Hello friends, welcome to YouTube channel of Edurba Academy. I'm Kevin and I'm your math tutor. And in today's lecture number 1, we are going to learn about points, lines, line segments, rays and planes. Please note that each chapter is divided in multiple lectures. I recommend to watch lectures 1, 2, 3 of chapter 1 in sequence for the best understanding. So friends, let's begin our first class by understanding more about points. A point is shown by a tiny dot on the plane. We can name these points using capital letters of the alphabets. Now, for example, we have named these 4 points on the screen as point P, point M, point Q, and point N. Now that we understand points, let's learn about lines. As shown on your screen, we have 2 points, point P and point Q. So how many lines can pass through these 2 points? Yes, you guessed it right. Only one line can pass through these given 2 points on the plane. A line can be extended in both the directions without any limit, which we also know as infinity. And to show this on paper, we use arrowheads at both the ends of the line. As line can extend unlimited or without any limits in both the directions, it doesn't have a specific length. Now we can name the line with the help of 2 points on the line. So in this example, the name of the line could be line PQ or line QP. We can also name it by adding a small letter of alphabet in front of line. So in this example, line PQ is also known as line M, where M is the small alphabet added in front of the line. Now that we understand the line, let's learn about line segment. A line segment is a piece of longer line or a ray, and it has a specific length. In our example, line AB or line BA has a segment AB which is shown as seg AB. SEG is a short form of segment. Points A and B, which are showing the limits of the segment, are called end points of the segment. Here we have another example of line segment. How many segments we can get on this line N? Let's find out. The first segment could be starting from point A. So the segment AB. Second segment could be segment AC. The third segment could be segment BC. So with 3 points on the line, we got 3 line segments. Now please note that each of these segments have unique endpoints. Endpoints of segment AB were point A and point B, whereas endpoints of segment BC were point B and point C. Now you can pause the video for a moment and write down segments on the line M. Did you get it correct? The name of the segments on this line are segment PQ, segment PR, segment PS, segment QR, segment QS, and segment RS. So we got 6 segments on line M. Now friends, let's understand more about rays. A ray is a part of line which starts at one point and goes forward in same direction. As you see, sun rays originate from the sun and travel continuously in other direction. Same way, light rays originate from the torch and they travel continuously in one direction. Starting point of the ray is called as origin. As you see, ray could be shown like this, where P is the origin and a arrowhead in one direction shows that ray can travel without any limit in one direction. That means it can travel up to infinity in one direction. Now ray could be named as ray PQ. The first letter of the name of the ray has to be the origin of the ray. If you write this as ray QP, it would be wrong because Q is not the origin of the ray. Rays are also part of lines. As you see on your screen, line M also made up of multiple rays like ray BA, which travels to the left, and ray BC, which travels to the right. Now friends, as I explained earlier also, line segments are also part of both lines and rays because rays are also part of lines. Like in this example, segment PQ or segment PR or segment QR are also part of ray PR. Now that we understand points, lines, line segment, and rays, let's understand planes. In mathematics, a flat surface is called as a plane, like flat surface of the writing board or flat surface of a table are planes. Plane could be drawn as a square with arrows pointing in all four directions. These arrows show that the plane can be stretched with no limits, means until infinity in all the four directions. Now understand that even if those four arrows are not shown, we still assume that a plane can be stretched without any limit in all the four directions. A plane can be named with a capital letter of alphabet. In this case, we have plane H. So hopefully children, you now understand points, lines, segments, rays and planes. In the lecture number 2, let's understand parallel versus intersecting lines, collinear versus non-collinear points and concurrent lines as well as point of concurrence. So see you in the next class.